So today we're going to be talking about authenticity. TikTok actually recently just put out a study looking at how different countries view authenticity in creators. And it's actually really interesting because each country has a different view on what is authentic. So we're going to break that down today and go through the study. But before we get into the findings, let's talk about what does authenticity actually mean?
To me, authenticity means showing up as yourself, your true self, like who you are in real life, not some like edited, polished version of you. Authenticity to me also means like standing by your thoughts, opinions, and your morals, no matter what that means for your brand or your image.
So it's like that consistent brand.
Yeah.
Yeah, I have to agree. And for me, it would be about probably showing a little bit more of the messiness and the rawness as well. Totally understand that some people's brands are a little bit more like classy, polished, put together, but there is something about showing a bit of realness and rawness to the video. And that can also be brought out through vulnerability too. So those are two key things for me, like a more raw version of yourself that's authentic, and then also vulnerability, like in a real emotions. For me, when I see that in a creator, I consider them super authentic.
So a quote from the study on how they define authenticity is, authenticity is an art where influence belongs to anyone who feels real. Creators best embody this, mastering the art of making realness resonate through unfiltered, relatable content.
That's a good way to put it. It's kind of what we were saying. We just didn't use the word relatable, probably. But that is a key part of authenticity too.
Inherently, if you're showing up authentically, it will be relatable to someone.
That's true.
Because they're able to see themselves in you.
So just building on that, there were some stats in the study that were pretty mind-blowing to me. So let's talk about it. The first one is 9 in 10 people are likely to be influenced to buy when they feel like the content is authentic.
That's a massive number of people. That's
9 in 10.
90% of people.
That's like nearly everyone, right? So if we think of it this way, like authenticity is actually really important for creators to know about. I thought it was a bit of a buzzword before reading this study, but stats like this really make me think, far out, I need to really look into this, because if you're perceived as inauthentic, people aren't going to be influenced by you.
And that's probably because they don't trust you. And I think that all comes down to, if someone's going to buy from you, clearly they trust you.
Also, I just want to mention these stats are specifically for the APAC region. A lot of the time studies are like done internationally, but these are really specific to how Aussies see authenticity. So the next one's going to blow your mind. 76% of consumers want brands to post more authentic content. Consumers are looking at brands' content and being like, could be more real.
Yeah, show me the behind the scenes. Like, who am I supporting when I purchase from this brand, right? Sometimes I do like seeing the marketers who's posting on the page's face.
Right.
Because I'm like, yeah, claps to you. Like, you're funny if they're creating that kind of content, you know? And I'm like, yeah, I'll support you.
Yeah, I think there's a big distrust in like big corporations. It never used to be like that. We used to look at those big logos and be like, oh, we can trust them. But there is a massive distrust in not just Australia, but worldwide in big brands at the moment. And that's why influencers are becoming so popular now. And I think if brands can lean into that influencer style of creating more authentic content, they'll win a lot of their customers' trust back. And the last one is that 3 in 4 people skip content that feels overly polished or inauthentic.
I always skip content when I feel like the person who's on camera is lying to me.
Ooh.
It feels like, oh, you're lying to yourself and that's lying to me, and I can't be bothered.
Yeah.
I actually can't be bothered watching it.
Yeah. So you spend time on creators that feel aligned with what they're saying.
Yeah, if I wanted to watch a script or a movie, I would go to Netflix.
Yeah.
I'm not scrolling on TikTok for you to be fake to my face.
Yeah, that's a great point. Like, just be you.
Yeah, I want to see real people.
Cool. So we know how important authenticity is just by those 3 stats alone. So let's get into some of the findings, and let's also define how TikTok has separated authenticity into 2 categories.
Those 2 categories are functional and emotive. Functional authenticity is all about having tangible proof.
Yeah, it leans into like logic and transparency. Basically, people thinking, is this real?
Emotive authenticity talks about how is this content expressed. So it's the feeling or vibe that you leave your audience with once the video is finished. If a creator is able to balance both of those, they're able to connect with the audience's head and heart.
So before we look at how Australia differs from the rest of the world in how we interpret authenticity, let's focus on Australia and let's talk about the functional part of authenticity first. So the first thing I think about when I see this functional table is brand deals. Like when we're working with a skincare company or even a food company, what do people want to hear about so that they believe this is an authentic collaboration? And what surprised me is actually people want to know about the product information. That's really important to them in Australia. And just as important is a product demonstration. So if we were just talking about a product and never actually put the skincare on our face or use the hair product, people would see that maybe as inauthentic because there's no demonstration.
Yeah, but I also view the demonstration as, oh, you use it. You know how to use it,
Right.
Therefore you're using it. So if I don't see that product demonstration, I'm like, you're just talking, you just have like a brand new product in front of me. Clearly you don't use it.
Right. Yeah. And I kind of realize now a lot of food brands, they want you to always like take a bite of the product in the video. And I always wonder why they put that in there. But it's exactly for that reason. They want to show the audience that you do actually like the product and you're not just like holding it up and being like, oh, hate that.
Yeah, a good example of that is how the McDonald's CEO took like the tiniest bite of his burger and everyone
saw it as inauthentic.
Yeah, exactly. They said, you've never eaten that burger in your life.
Yeah, that's a good point. Before and afters don't seem to be that important to an Aussie audience, probably because we know that like it can be faked. And like, I don't know, when I see like a TV ad with a before and after, I'm always like, it's probably photoshopped or the lighting or like there's so many variables. So I personally would like to go from people demonstrating a product rather than just showing me a before and after. That doesn't really resonate with me either.
Interestingly, when we look at the emotive side of the chart, the behind the scenes is the most important to authenticity.
Yeah, for an Aussie
Australia.
audience.
Yeah.
That kind of shocked me. I thought live streaming would be like the most because you can't really fake a lot on a live.
Well, if you think about it, live streaming kind of is the behind the scenes in a way.
Yeah, true. Yeah, you can show behind the scenes when you're live for sure. But it's interesting to know that people want to see that. And this is great news for small businesses or just any size business actually, because if you're willing to open up and show a little bit about how you do things, people really resonate with that. And just in general, as a creator, maybe you're doing house renovations or maybe you're an educational creator like us, showing bloopers, showing things that just don't work out or your thought process behind the scenes really is engaging for people to watch. I think it would be crazy for us not to point out that storytelling is really important for authenticity, especially for Aussies. And this is something we preach about a lot at Creators Club, how storytelling is a big part of the creator journey in 2026 and beyond. So this was like promising to see. It makes me feel like we're all on the right track.
Then we have live streaming, which I did think would be higher up, but here we are. And I definitely think live streaming is a great way to show authenticity because if you stuff up, it's live. You're just yourself.
Yeah, there's nowhere to hide on a live stream and
no edits to make.
Yeah, so I do feel like we share that, but when you look at an Aussie audience, it's not super important to them yet. So we'll look at the rest of the world in a sec, but the Q&As were also not really authentic, seen as authentic.
I don't really watch Q&As.
Yeah, that makes me think of like even Instagram stories, how you do like question boxes and people respond. People are maybe looking beyond that now and being like, yeah, but you can write a polished answer. So I don't really resonate as much. So maybe leaning away from Q&As and instead leaning into storytelling. Essentially, it could be the same thing, just framed differently.
Yeah, maybe instead of answering a bunch of questions, you answer one and you tell a story to answer it.
Yeah, I love that. That's much better.
That's cool. Yeah.
Okay, so now let's look at Australia versus the rest of the world. We were just talking about live streaming, and when we look at this chart, live streaming and live shopping is really important for people in Indonesia, like literally all the way to the top. If you live stream in Indonesia, that is probably the most authentic you can be, but Australia isn't even on that chart.
Wow.
like in comparison. And also China sees that as quite authentic as well.
Which is so interesting because, as we know, like a couple of our friends have been to China and seen like the live streaming facilities. A lot of it's scripted.
Yeah, that's true, actually.
So much of it is scripted.
Yeah.
So to see that as authentic is really interesting.
When we look at the behind the scenes, Australia leads that in terms of authenticity. Like every other country doesn't care about it as much as Australia does. So that's definitely a way to stand out here. That wouldn't work overseas. People might be like, I don't care about the behind the scenes of your business if you were in Japan. But for some reason in Australia, people want to see that.
I think this is also highlights why it's important to know your market as well. Like you might be an Aussie business wanting to create content for an international audience, and knowing how they see authenticity and what will help them purchase is really important. Or if you're an Aussie business trying to grow here in Australia, knowing these little things that you can do to help build that authenticity.
And last of all, for the emotive formats, what I wanted to touch on was the storytelling aspect. Australia, China, and Indonesia really value storytelling, but the other countries, not as interested.
Interestingly, Australia is not even on the charts for the before and after, but Japan is like right at the end of that scale.
We're actually really different to Japan because Japan likes the before and after, and they like the side-by-side comparison, and Aussies just don't care about those two things. So yeah, it's a completely different market. And this is why having studies that are relevant to us is really important. A lot of studies are done in like the US, but their purchasing behavior or how they engage with creators could be completely different. So that's why I really love this study. Product information and benefits, Aussies really care about that. So that's kind of comforting to know, like when we're doing an ad, people genuinely want to hear about the product. If you're a tech creator, especially, I find that too. Like, I don't even feel like it's an ad sometimes. When I'm interested in a product, I want people to tell me more. Tell me what the product can do.
Yeah, show me everything so I understand what I'm in for if I'm to purchase it. All of this really goes to show that the way Australia views authenticity is quite different to the rest of the world. And now that you have that knowledge, I guess you can really go into your content creation more mindful about how you can better connect with your Aussie audience.
Yeah, this is just another reminder that authenticity is a core part of being a creator in 2026. So trying to be someone you're not, don't even bother. It's not going to work. It might have worked 10 years ago, but right now people just want to see the real you and hear your thoughts on products, whether it's a brand deal or not. Even if it's organic content, tell me how you feel about that product. Show me the benefits. Show me the behind the scenes. Like, I think it's really cool to know. And authenticity is also a bit of like, what does that even mean? This really gives you actionable ways to implement authenticity into your videos. So I learned a lot from this study. I hope everyone else listening to this takes something away from it. And if you want to comment on anything that you learned today, chuck it in the forum and let's have a discussion.